Welcome. It is another Monday and it's been kind of a crazy energy. Today, I wanted to give you as many downloads as possible in the shortest amount of time. So that's what I am here to do. Each of these downloads I could, do a whole video on, or a whole podcast, or even probably write a whole book on. But I really felt the need to advance you as fast as possible using the words that came through. Now, I also want to remind you that every word that is used is specifically used to hold a vibrational frequency, especially when used in certain orders. So that's going to be part of the relaying of the downloads to you. My intention is to help you unlock aspects of your DNA today and essentially to help you feel more free, more liberated, and overall in a higher vibration. Because these days, everything feels like it is bringing us down. Straight up. So, yeah, so I've got what? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 downloads that I'm going to relay today. I'm even going to attempt to answer the age-old question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I know, it's crazy. And this paradox has had me stumped for many, many years. And then just before this video, I wasn't going to talk about it, and it just came to me. It was just this realization. So, hey, as always, everyone, take it or leave it. It's totally up to your own discernment. If it resonates with you, if it feels right, it's for you. If it doesn't feel right, that's okay too. All right. So before I deep dive into all the downloads, I have a couple of announcements. One, officially the new membership levels have launched on YouTube, and then we're looking at probably middle of September to do some beta testing for the website membership, and then moving into October, it should be open and accessible to everyone. But yeah, just a brief overview. The Awakener, which most of my members are, the perks, the main perks anyway, there's many, but the main perks are a monthly new download video, 2 monthly Q&As. This is going to be happening on Zoom moving forward. And then also a monthly coaching call as well, which I really love. And that's basically me channeling individuals' information live on air. And it's so much fun because sometimes it's about aliens, and sometimes it's about chakras, and sometimes it's about a past life or someone who's passed away. It's really diverse and amazing. If you want to step up your membership level and go to the creator, the main perks in the higher level is there is a 30-minute free session draw every single month, which actually I totally forgot. I should have been doing that today. So I'll definitely release the winner of that. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but it's supposed to be on the 1st of every month. And then the creator also has a how-to video per month teaching all of you how to astral travel, how to open up your third eye, how to make an energy ball, how to work with telekinesis, those kind of things. So it's a really in-depth, amazing video. And then I'm also doing a monthly meditation, anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. I use my past life regression and kind of hypnosis trance abilities to put you into a state where you are revitalized by the end of it. So definitely check out those membership tier levels on YouTube first, and then we'll move you all over to the website eventually, but we're working out the bugs. Okay, cool. I also wanted to mention 2 more things. One is the Galactic Federation live video is happening in like 12 days, something like that, 12, 13 days, on the 11th of September. So definitely check that out. Unfortunately, all of our accounts got hacked and there was a lot of money that was stolen. So we're kind of dealing with just a cluster of a lot of things. So our team is working really hard, and I really appreciate and love my team for how hard they work. So that's been definitely a bit of a challenge in the past couple of days. but please check out the Galactic Federation live event. If you can't show up live, especially because of your time zone, then check out the recording afterwards. Last but not least, I have one of the biggest what do I got? One of the biggest opportunities I've ever had in my entire life, okay? It's actually getting released and coming out at the end of this month, beginning of October. So, that being said, I'm literally under contract and not allowed to say what it is until it's released, but your mind will be blown and you will freaking love it so, so much, just as much as I loved it. So I can't say what it is, but I am looking for any help with press. We don't have a press team. We have no idea what we're doing. I have put together a press release. If you guys know of any online outlets, or you have any sort of connections to do a more mainstream press release, I'm looking for those kind of connections. So if you want to help me get kind of the word out there and help me bridge the gap between spirituality, quantum physics, interdimensionals, then and to mainstream, please reach out to marketing at ElizabethApril.com, and you could really help us out by connecting us, because we're lost right now. We have no idea what to do, and I think we probably waited a little bit too long. So that would be great. Okay, let's move into the real deal shit, which is the truth, which is these downloads. Once again, take it or leave it. Okay, we're gonna start off these downloads with a hard hitter, okay? I'm going to read the download. So in my phone, on my notes, I have downloads 2021, downloads 2020, downloads 2019, and they are all just pretty much one sentence. Sometimes they're a paragraph long. Maybe it's a dream, maybe it's just a realization, and I'm always kind of constantly writing them down. So these are the last 6 realizations that I've had, really all in the past week, because it's been nonstop. Meditating, yoga, shower, I mean, you name it, I am just, it's been a lot. So here they are. Okay, the first one, and I actually recommend that you write these down. The only false light is the belief in falsehood. I'm going to repeat that. The only false light is the belief in falsehood. So, to get roped into the matrix, to believe that something is wrong, is the only false light you will ever have to navigate. Just let that sink in, because it's a deep one. It is like a hard hitter. And it shook me too. I really had to sit down and think about it. If I were to say to you, look at this painting. The color of the skin is right, but the face of the human is wrong. It's all wrong, okay? If I were to say that to you, my belief that anything is wrong within this matrix reality, and we're just talking about the 3rd dimensional plane of existence, my belief that any aspect of this reality is wrong is false light. The reason I believe, okay, through this download, I believe that that's the truth, is that every single fractal, every single element, every single crystallized atom of this entire reality is divinity. It's an aspect of source. You are an aspect of source. That mistake I made on that painting is an aspect of source. Stubbing your toe is an aspect of source. Meeting a narcissistic, manipulative person is an aspect of source. Yes, for anyone to tell you what is right and what is wrong, okay? We just say that's false light, right? And it's easy to say that. Your belief that anything is wrong is false light. It's gonna screw you up in your mind. Because it's not. Remember, we are here as divine, perfect, imperfect aspects of Source in this body that we chose. We are here to experience polarity. We are here to experience both aspects of this entire universe. That is a gift. And if you look at one aspect of your reality and you say to yourself, that's wrong, you're getting caught up in the illusion. You're actually not bringing appreciation to both sides. We got to remember this. We have to, and you don't have to agree with me. Absolutely not. Question everything. Absolutely. But once again, the only false light is the belief in falsehood. The belief in falsehood. There is no darkness. There is only your perception of darkness. And what if you perceived that all of the darkness that you perceived before was actually just a beautiful lesson for you to learn? It's no longer dark. It's an aspect of unity. It's an aspect of the whole. It's actually really, really, really beautiful. The more that you get caught up in what is right and what is wrong, and fighting for what is wrong or fighting against what you believe is wrong, the more you're getting caught up in the illusion. Come on. You're imperfectly perfect. You're an aspect of Source. All right. Cool. Cool. So important. That blew my mind too. I'm like, what? I still get chills thinking about it. And I really had to sit down and think about that download for a bit. All right. Next download. Let's move on. Okay, I've actually talked about this one before, but it came up again, and it's all about working the double shift. That's what I wrote down, working the double shift. I want to remind all of you as beautiful, energetic beings of light. You are existing in both a physical and non-physical body. We all know that. That's easy. That's child's play. That's spirituality 101. Cool. But you also have to realize that just as much as you're paying the bills, just as much as you're feeding your family, just as much as you're cleaning the floor, just as much as you're taking a walk or taking a shower or writing in your journal, just as much as you are existing and living and breathing in this physical capacity, you are doing just as much. Actually, as a matter of fact, you are doing 10 times. Let's just bump that up to an infinite number of times more out there in the universe, in the etheric realms. Less than 1% of this universe is actually physical, material, and that's probably not a good stat. I have no idea, right? But think about the dark matter in the universe, like 95%, 85%, something like that. A crazy high amount of the universe is dark matter, which I believe are just different dimensions that we can't even perceive, let alone study, let alone experiment on. We're not there yet within quantum mechanics. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. You are pulling a double shift. So what would my advice be to those of you who are not only just making it, just trying to get by in the physical capacity, but you're also hustling every moment that your mind is quiet here, you're somewhere else. Even when your mind isn't quiet here, you're somewhere else. And you're doing this over and over and over again, infinitely and simultaneously. My greatest advice to you who are exhausted and tired and overworked because of this double shift. You are needed in all of the places, but your focus, let me correct, your conscious focus will allow you to revamp the frequency that you lose when you are unconsciously present in this body or unconsciously somewhere else in the universe. when we bring our focus in, like if you were to really bring your focus into this moment, if you were to really pay attention to the painting behind me or my voice or, I don't know, my hair, or something like menial, right? But that focus into the present moment, or maybe pay attention to what you're wearing right now or the drink that you're drinking. The more presence that you have, the more you are connecting the infinite source that you are into this presence, which means that you're re-energizing yourself. You are recharging your batteries in a sense, okay? So what I recommend for you is, yeah, you can always say healthy boundaries. I don't want to, I needed to hold back from doing as much as I'm doing out there in the universe. You can also say as well, I need to hold back from doing as much as I'm doing here in this physical plane. You can create those healthy boundaries through your intention. And then wherever your focus is where you're going to get revamped. If you choose not to be here and you don't know where you are and you're floating around, you're going to be spread really, really thin, and you're never actually going to revamp your body or your soul. Okay? So when you're doing soul work, be present with your soul work. Don't just leave and not know where you went. Be present with your astral traveling. Be present with your meditation. Be present with your dreams. Take that extra second in your day. Your focus, wherever that lands, is what connects you to pure source. If you're out of focus in your physical or non-physical, you're going to feel it. All right? You are pulling a double shift. You really are. And you deserve to get paid for it, no matter what that looks like. You deserve the compensation for that, all right? So might as well get energized, might as well get unlocked, might as well connect, might as well even be abundant, okay? There are ways in which you can ask for that. Years ago, and I think I just put out a podcast entitled Yell at Your Spirit Guides. Years ago, I yelled at my spirit guides and I said, I'm done working this 9 to 5. I know that this is not where I'm supposed to be. I know roughly what I want to do, which is just help the collective in whatever capacity I can help, but I need to pay the bills. Like, come on, like I need to make some money doing what I love to do in order to help humanity. And that's when my clients started trickling in. That's when the abundance started happening. You need to value your energy in order to receive that value back. If you think, well, people don't want to pay for my services anyway, so I'm just going to keep giving, that's no way, okay, to move into a higher vibrational frequency. You will be stuck in 3D if you have convinced yourself that you do not deserve to receive from what you are giving. Because straight up, that is being imbalanced. You can't be imbalanced moving into 5D. It doesn't work that way. All right. So hopefully that helps you. All right. Next, download. It gets pretty crazy by the end. All right. Okay, cool. So next download is, I like this one especially because it rhymes. Past lives are old vibes. I think I even chuckled at myself for writing that down a couple days ago. Past lives are old vibes. We're getting to a place where karma is being cleared, where we are moving into this quantum state where everything exists simultaneously. There is no longer a need to navigate through time and space to go to a place to heal an aspect of yourself. Okay, have you ever been in a room, maybe at a fun house, maybe at a carnival? Like, I know that in West Hollywood, we have, like, in our bathroom, it's a very, very small bathroom, but in our bathroom, we have 3 mirrors. And if I prop up the 2 mirrors and I'm staring at myself in the front mirror, it is this infinite realm of, like, literally, it's like opening a portal. It's pretty intense. Okay. If you could imagine that moment of having these mirrors facing each other and opening up this infinite portal, this infinite realm of timelines, we no longer have to actually physically or vibrationally go back or forward in time to understand or heal ourselves. If you bring the healing, if you bring infinite love, if you bring infinite understanding into your present body, your present moment, not only are you healing and clearing all of your past lifetimes, but you are also healing and clearing all of your future lifetimes and all of your simultaneous lifetimes infinitely. That's where we're going. Chakras, past lives, energy work, psychic abilities, okay? These are no longer things that we need to seek out, maybe not right now, okay, but moving forward, because we will all possess all of those number of abilities, and there's no longer a need to do anything. It will happen in the moment infinitely. It's a really large leap. Let's just say that. It's a huge leap that we're moving into. And it's not downplaying anyone who is doing these things, because there's 8 billion people in the world who all need as much help as possible. So we need as many people on board doing their work, following their mission, listening to themselves, doing that energy work, serving others, and of course, receiving back from that service. We need you as much as possible. But I'm saying that moving into the future, maybe in our lifetimes, maybe not, humanity will possess all of those skills and abilities. Okay? Past life work is no longer relevant. It's just not. Because karma is no longer a thing that we need to navigate through. I want to mention one thing about karma and just what I've recognized, and I don't know if you've recognized this yourself as well. There are a lot of cycles that got started that are completing themselves right now at this time. And anytime I feel like opening a new cycle or opening a new timeline or making a new choice, which means that eventually I have to bring closure to that choice, I'm choosing not to. I am, without really being aware of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, I've become more and more aware of closing old cycles of just weird random things that I opened years ago, 25 years ago, 10 years ago, in childhood, past lifetimes. I'm bringing closure to that, the aha moment of like, wow, this song was playing when I made this choice 5 years ago, and now it's 5 years later and I'm listening to the song and the thing has been closed. Okay, so that's happening. But then also trying to navigate not starting and opening that door in of itself, just not starting a new cycle. We can clear karma before we even create it based on the awareness of our choice. Moving forward, okay, this is going to sound even crazier, but this is what I've been not even working on. This is what I've been navigating through. It's like I've been trained on this. If I make a choice, say for example, to pick up my phone case, okay? There's a timeline where I did not make that choice. What I've been doing recently, what I know all of you can do and probably have been doing, is that we are able to consciously tap into a potential future timeline, live out that potential future timeline, and no longer need to physically walk through it. Does that make sense? I've been doing this with almost everything, and it's like quantum leaping in the future, seeing how that end choice results and affects my life. And then what I've been doing is I've been grabbing all of the benefits and the effects, the positive learning lessons of that choice, integrating the future moments of that choice into my now present moment, and then choosing not to go down that path because I've already gone down that path in a quantum way. It's really exciting. Like, it really, really excites me. Now, it's also really overwhelming to pick up an item and to see the 5, 10 most prominent different timelines that arise from picking up that item. Now, of course, that's just a menial choice that we make. And typically, no, I do not see all of the infinite timelines of picking up or not picking up an item, but I absolutely see the infinite timelines of talking, choosing to engage with someone or not, choosing to go out that day or not. It's been really intense. And I think that if I wasn't as grounded as I am, it would feel like I was losing my mind a little bit. But once again, I believe that we can all do this. This wraps into deja vu. This wraps into the Mandela Effect. I mean, this is where we're going. The simultaneousness of space and time. And I'm going to leave it there because I did not expect to go there today. All right, let's move on. Okay. This is also like this next download wraps into the false light and the falsehood paradigm, okay? So fear is cleansing as long as you move it. This is kind of more of a download related to the whole, related to all of humanity. Fear is cleansing as long as you move it. I'm going to give an example of something that is not triggering to you in this moment. And maybe this is triggering because it is triggering to a lot of people. Spiders, all right? Say, for example, you've got arachnophobia or whatever it's called, and you see a spider and you freak out. It's like the worst case scenario in your entire life because it's this huge fear that you've had your whole life. And then you have a dream about spiders and you freak out, but it's not as bad. And then you see another spider the next day and you freak out, but it's not as bad. I don't know if you've ever seen that bowling ball swing in physics, right? But the furthest out that it gets, it will never get back to that point based on momentum. It'll always go a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. The exposure of fear allows us to cleanse our energetic palette, so to speak, so that the things that we feared, even subconsciously, we no longer fear moving forward. Fear is cleansing as long as you are able to move through it. The more that you observe a fear and you're fearful of that fear, and the more that you're fearful of the observation of the fear, and you create the fear, and then it's in your reality, and you're fearful of it, and you're fearful. The more that you focus on the fear itself, the more that you create the fear, the more fearful you are of it, all right? The more that you're exposed to the fear and you allow the fear to release and you allow it to move through your body, the less fearful you become of it. What is the greatest human fear that we all at a subconscious level have based on the belief that this is all that we have, this human physical form is all that we have? It's the fear of dying. The greatest human fear. Yeah, fear of the unknown. But fear of the unknown because this physical body is all that we think we know. What is happening in the collective reality right now? We are getting exposed, no matter if you're the 3D version or the 4D version of that exposure, we are fearful of death. Because guess what? Society is telling us that we will for sure die if we get sick with Rona. No. You will for sure die if you get the V. Oh my God. This is awful. What kind of choice do I have? The choice, of course, is always yours. The choice is to understand that death is an illusion, that there is no fear that we should have, that if it does come to the proverbial end of this one significant, insignificant lifetime, then you chose that, and really believing that you choose to create your own reality. Let go of your deepest subconscious fear based on the existence of being in the physical material world, is the lack or the taking away of the physical material world, which is the only, wink wink, world that we think we know. And it's not. It's not. There is nothing to fear. Once again, the only false light is the belief in falsehood. There is nothing wrong with this physical reality. There is nothing wrong with the universe. There is nothing wrong with dark, evil beings who exist in the universe. They're all a part of unity. They're all fractals of source. Let's rejoice in the existence of ignorance. Let's rejoice in the existence of knowledge. Let's rejoice in the existence of being in a physical body and navigating physical limitations. Let's rejoice in the experience of being an etheric energy body that has infinite access to the expanse of the universe. Not only can you have it all, but you do have it all. You do. You have it all. So we have to stop pretending that we are only living one side of the game, that we are only experiencing or wanting to experience one aspect of the whole. All right? Stop limiting yourself. There are no limitations. All right. Cool. Let's move on. Okay. Here's the next download. It's actually a little bit longer than the other ones. This is like really, I mean, this is also kind of spiritual 101, but it's a hard hitter as well. Getting caught up thinking that you are an aspect of creation rather than the creator, rather than knowing that you are the creator. Now, no, this is not a God complex. This is not thinking that I created the oceans and the world and the whole, the source, the unity frequency of this universe did. Yeah, absolutely. That's you. You're a part of that. So the download here is we all get so caught up thinking that we are an aspect, we are a fractal, we are a portion of the creation, but we forget that we are simultaneously not only an aspect of creation, we are the creator as well. We are. And I'll leave it there because it's pretty self-explanatory. All right. Okay, let's get to the final download, which is what came first, the chicken or the egg? Now, for me, I've been experiencing deja vu, simultaneous time, astral traveling, past lifetimes, remote viewing, telepathy, all of that for 10 plus years now, actually. And I have always been stuck on this question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Because, okay, let me give you a brief example of this. When I was in university, I was meditating and I ended up seeing the first book that I wrote. I saw the cover, I saw what it was about, I saw the whole thing, and I felt so proud of myself. And then I got caught up in this thought, this paradox of, if I just saw the first book that I created, then how did I create it? Did I create it from this vision that I saw of the future? Upon creating it in the future, did I gain access to this vision? What came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, I've been looping with this for a long time now, probably many lifetimes as well. I feel like I have the answer. Now, take it or leave it, of course. And you might be like, oh, haha, or you might be like, whoa, or you might be like, I have no idea, zero clue. But when this popped in, it was it for me. It was it for me. All right, here it is. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Both. The answer is both. Simultaneously. They were both created. They both exist infinitely and don't exist infinitely. The answer is both. And the understanding of that is that you ask yourself, should I get into this relationship with this person or not? Should I take this job or not? Am I going to pass the test or not? The answer is both. You have already done all of it. You have already made both of those choices. And I want to remind you, not only is your body an infinite expanse of genetic DNA that comes from an infinite number of interdimensional beings from a mind-blowing amount of different dimensions, okay? Not only does your body have capabilities that you have no idea about, but your soul is even greater and more infinite than your physical hybrid body. You have the ability to ask yourself, what is the end outcome if I choose A versus B? Beyond just being able to look into it, to see it, to feel it, to experience it. Get rid of all of the hows and the whens and the whats, and just say, no matter what choice is formed, no matter what timeline I choose to hop into, this is the outcome I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this. I didn't even write this down. Right now, it is really important. There's a huge emphasis on purity. I don't know how else to say that, but this is another download that is kind of interwoven into this intention setting. Your energy, your intentions have to be pure in order for things to happen rapidly. Now, what I mean by pure is if you're like, okay, universe, I deserve to receive physical financial abundance. And you're like, but I'm actually not good enough, and I'm actually a mother, and I actually don't have a job that pays me enough, and I actually don't deserve, and I'm actually, suffering from childhood lack. That's not a pure intention. You could truly, really that thing. But if you're not, I don't want to say cleansed or clear or any of that bullshit, okay? But if you haven't done the work to unravel the layers of your beingness, then your intention, it's not that it's not being heard, it's that it's got to navigate through a lot of sludge before it manifests instantly, okay, into your physical reality. So the purity of your vibration, the purity of your intentions, the purity of, yeah, I'm really happy. No, really, I'm happy. No, really, I'm happy. It's BS. We can no longer say one thing and mean another thing. It's causing disharmony. It's causing dis-ease. It really, truly is. And it's more apparent now than ever before. All right, so hopefully those downloads really assist you at this time. I know that it's been a lot to navigate. As always, thank you for being here. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share this video on all of your platforms, subscribe to YouTube if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, check that out, sign up for the membership waitlist, take the quiz, check that out, see what resonates with you, and join us for our beautiful monthly Galactic Federation summit, which will help you unlock your hybrid DNA and connect to the infinite possibilities existing within the universe. I will see all of you in the fifth dimension, as always.